Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Princess of Wands, impulse to behavior, right? This is sort of get that inspiration and we are acting on it. There's no buffer. There's no pause. There's no space between. There's no latency, right? Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes not. Sometimes we want that buffer, we want that latency, so we can say, hey, wait a minute, let me think this through real quick. Okay, I'm going to do it or not do it. But if we're reacting to a situation, sometimes we just want to be able to respond and not have to get our mind involved, right? We just want our body to do the thing, you know. Let's put this card into some context. Let's see what's going on in your life right now. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. We've got that Six of Cups. Oh, that's beautiful energy. Got an Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil energy, and the Lover's card. Wow, okay. All right, we got a little bit of a theme going on here, I think. Path of the Serpent, we have the Fool. We have the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and we have now sort of a maturation of the Princess of Wands into the Queen of Wands, right? So the Queen of Wands is looking back at the past, and I think that this is kind of like your future self, understanding what your impulsive decisions were here and what they led to. And I think that I find this to be a very positive series of cards. There are a couple challenges, of course. We might see the Eight of Cups as a challenge. We may even see the Devil energy as a challenge there, but really the Six of Cups is a beautiful energy. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with our little octopus friend, the Eight of Pentacles. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. All right. Let's do it together. Let's use our intuition. Okay, now, looking around the room, we see major, 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 major. Through a twist of fate here, through a little bit of serendipity and a little bit of luck, your ambitions in life may be changing. Your the effort, your endurance, your stamina climbing up this mountain, it may be giving way to something else, and a new sort of life begins. Okay, and we're going to talk about that. This could be a few different things. Okay, we have a little bit of fire here and here, which is kind of like we're feeling the impulsive urge to do something. That's kind of like this is something that's happening fast, and I think that we don't really have time to think about it, which is again why there's no swords cards here. It's kind of been a theme the last few readings where the swords cards seem to be gone. I feel like that's a really good sign for all of you, just in general, for all of us. Because I think in the last couple of weeks, we had a lot of swords cards. Every reading was just loaded up with swords cards, which are challenging, which is, it's uncertainty, it's doubt, it's despair, it's misery. It's a lot of this mental stress. But now the readings, at least for the last few days, have been clear of those swords cards, right? So I think this really is a wonderful sign for all of us that some of our stresses are giving way to just some joy, some pleasure, some good times, good friends, good family, you know. And that's our Six of Cups here. Okay, this is spending time with loved ones. This is spending time with friends, family. This is doing something that feels good, doing something that really makes you feel connected with someone. You know, this is a pleasurable experience. This is just one of those days where we wouldn't change anything, right? Would not do anything differently. Everything it was just a great day, you know. And we like these days. We want more of these days. So we've got a lot of water here. Okay, we don't have any air, and we don't have any earth energy either. The little bit of earth that we may have is up here in this Devil card, because this is sort of a Capricorn card. Honestly, I feel like what's happening is all of your efforts, all of your ambitions, everything that you've been working so darn hard for, it's finally paying off, you know? I feel that's why we've got this Devil card up at the top here, because it's kind of like you're working away, you're climbing the mountain. You have this endurance about you, this ambition. You are just struggling and striving and pushing forward to create. And, you know, whether this is career or if it's your creativity, whatever it is, right? You're climbing up this mountain with a sense of purpose. Yeah. And I feel like something really good is happening on this journey. And your reaction is to just enjoy it. This Six of Cups. Okay. The Six of Cups is really the sort of best day. This is an opportunity for you to experience some pleasure, some joy, a day of recreation, a day of just love and connection. This is going to be a really, really happy day. Your impulse is going to tell you to do it. And I think listening to this impulse is the right thing to do. It seems from the way it seems like this is something that Spirit is putting in your path for you to really enjoy. Maybe this is a particular waypoint as you're climbing up this mountain. Maybe this is a nice place for you to rest and spend a day enjoying your people, your pets, your plants, you know, friends and family. Maybe this is the summit of the mountain. It could be, right? But I feel with the rest of the cards that we have, I feel like it's not the summit of the mountain. Even if it was kind of the summit of the mountain, you're going to feel like, well, this was a wonderful day, and it kind of inspires me to keep going. You know, and we all need a day like this just to give us the encouragement. This is like, you know, you get one day off a week or something, right? Like you take Sundays off, and this is the day where you're just not supposed to work. You're supposed to just be with your people, and you're just supposed to love, and you're supposed to relax, and it sort of recharges you for the next push, you know. But I feel that this is a really good opportunity headed your way to enjoy yourself. Spend time with friends and family here with this one. And this impulsivity, it's going to, in some ways, you're going to, there's part of you that's going to want to kind of hold yourself back from that. But I feel that the Princess of Wands is just kind of going with the flow here and doing this, right? Especially with this Wheel of Fortune in the background. I feel like you're experiencing a lot of success. I feel like a lot of your plans are succeeding. I feel like you're crossing the finish line somewhere. Okay, you're being rewarded for all of your efforts. I feel that what you've been trying to do, you are succeeding in that. Okay, and this Six of Cups may really just be that kind of celebration. Yeah. Spirit saying that it's time for you to celebrate your win. It's time for you to really feel proud of yourself and feel good for what you've been doing and how far you've come. Whether this is the end of the road or not, I don't think it is. But it's kind of time for you to get out of that, very ambitious sort of devil energy. This is that driving force. This is saying that I'm going to forgo all personal considerations and I'm going to climb the mountain because that's what I do. This is the engine of the car, right? just wants to keep going, right? But I feel like Spirit's saying that, you need this at least this day of rest and relaxation and recharge. Okay, and I think with this card you've earned it. Now this is in your past though, so I feel like there are some things that you've started long ago that are now coming to fruition. Okay, so it could be that, well, the path has started a long time ago. This certain project that you're working on has been, you've been working on it for a while, but I feel like something was set in motion maybe like 6 months or a year ago, and it's finally coming home now, and it's finally, it's finally showing up as a reward now. It's like this was an investment from a long time ago, and here finally the return on that investment. And what it's leading to in the future position here is a renewed sense of purpose. It's recharging you. It's going to make you even more devoted to what you're doing. It's going to give you the reinforcement and the encouragement, right, that you really need to keep doing this. And maybe this is kind of even implying that you've been sort of waning in your enthusiasm lately, right? Well, we see that with the Eight of Cups too. But we'll get there. Down beneath the surface is this Ace of Cups. I feel like you are a person on a mission. I feel like you are, you're truly a fountain of love in your life, But this is down beneath the surface. I think it's something that you have perhaps not sacrificed, but you kind of put love on hold a little bit. For this Devil card. The Devil, all it wants to do is climb. It's just this driving force, this creative drive, this generative drive, and it could be that you're doing all of this for love. You're doing all of this because you care about your family, because you care about the world, because you care about yourself, and you care about the universe. You have all of this love inside of you, right? And that's why you're so focused and so ambitious. Sometimes this card is the workaholic, And it could be that it's all based on love. It's all being done for love. And now Spirit's saying, it's time for you to enjoy some of that. It's time for you to really to feel that and experience that as part of the path. And in an effort to sort of to keep you going too. But just, it's someone that is doing all of this work for their family, but then doesn't get to spend time with their family. Does that make sense? Someone who is at the office all day, working 24 hours a day to provide for that family so the family can be happy because they love their family, but they never get to go and experience that family. And I feel like that's what Spirit's doing here. Spirit's trying to bring you together with your loved ones. They're trying to say, spend time with your people. Have a day, have a moment with your pets, your plants, your people where you can just be. And block out everything else. And the Princess of Wands is a card that's really fully present. Not thinking about other things, just in the moment. Fire to earth. Impulse to behavior. Right? With that Six of Cups. So there isn't the mental energy that's saying you're thinking about other stuff. You're here physically, but your mind is elsewhere. No. You're fully present and immersed in this Six of Cups, in this love. It may be a party for you of some kind. It may be even talking about an upcoming celebration, an upcoming like a recognition of you. I don't know if you're getting an award or if it's a party in your name or in your honor or something like this. But it's something that has been building up for a while. It's something because of something you've done in the past. It's now coming home to roost in a very pleasurable and pleasant way. Okay? It's karma. It's a karmic reward. Yeah. And I feel that it is, it's kind of like, I don't know, I almost feel like it's a humanitarian award, I feel like it's because you've sacrificed your own well-being for so long, that you've done this because you have such tremendous love for everybody, but you need some of that too. That's kind of the message that I keep getting, that you need to partake of this love, which is the foundation of what you're doing. It's the why. It's the why of what you're doing. Okay? And there will be plenty more mountain for you to climb, but this is a moment in time. It's kind of this is a peak experience, and Spirit wants you to be fully present. Okay? And so there are no swords cards here because you're not thinking about other things. You're here in the moment, experiencing yourself, experiencing your family or your friends, or maybe it's coworkers. People are toasting you. People are celebrating you. Okay? You deserve a little bit of pleasure in life, basically. And it's when you're in those opportunities, when you're in those moments, be in the moment. It's someone who, I mean, maybe you have weekends off, but even Saturday and Sunday, what are you doing? You're thinking about work, or you're actually working, or you're at home in your pajamas, but you're on the computer. It's like, no, just be present. If these are the moments, use those moments for what they're meant for. Enjoy, feel the pleasure, feel the bond, feel the love that's surrounding you. Okay, be present in these moments. Yeah. In the future position, the sort of outcome that you're looking toward, is, a deeper bond with your family and friends, of course, the lover's card, right? This may even be a particular lover. It may be a romantic partner, a spouse. It's kind of saying that, look, you've got to reconnect with this person. If you are in a relationship now, this experience is going to bring you closer with your person. But you have to be fully present. And you will be, because I'm not seeing other swords cards. So your mind is not going to be elsewhere. You're going to be here with that person, and it's going to greatly improve the relationship that you have with your person. If you're not in a relationship, this is a family energy. This is a bringing together of energies. Okay? So it could be coworkers, friends, could be family, could be your pet. You're strengthening the bonds with your people, whoever those people are for you. Okay? And this is what you really are. This is what you want. This is the outcome that you're looking for, right? Because that's the whole reason why you're doing the work that you're doing. That's the whole reason why you're struggling up this hill, right? It's meant to improve your relationships with people and improve the lives of your friends, your family, maybe your community, maybe the company that you work with or work for or that you run. You're looking to increase the unity of the entire universe here. It's cosmic in scale, you know. And this is really, I love the linear progression here, right? Because this wheel of fortune is turning and keeps turning, because everything that you have applied yourself to has its consequences in the future, right? We may not know in the moment what the results of our efforts will be, right? But you're getting rewarded for something in the past. It's a karmic reward that's going to bring you closer together with your people. And I think the outlying energy above you and below you is really this purpose-driven life, this purpose-driven ambition. You know, and this feels extraordinary. Now, Path of the Serpent, we're going to talk about this. I would like to ask for your subscription to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Yeah. Fool is the general energy. Right? And I like this. I feel like this is a playfulness. This is, it's, you know, I don't care how old you are, you feel like a kid again. You know, it feels like it's your birthday every day. Or every day is like the day before your birthday when you're really excited and kind of giddy and you can't sleep. It feels really good. It feels youthful here. It feels vibrant. It feels excited. It feels ready for the moment. This is an energy that has no self-consciousness, has no thoughts about anything else other than whatever it's doing right now. It's a fool. It's a big fat zero. It's emptiness. There's no self here. Pure awareness. Yeah. So it's in some ways it's how you've been working in a way with your devil energy. It's kind of a selfless energy. But sometimes we feel like we're being selfless, right? I'm working 24 hours a day because I'm trying to provide for my family or whatever. We feel maybe that we're being selfless, but are we? Because we know that the devil is a very selfish card, And so let's look at it in the sense of these people in your life, they need you. It's not just that you need this day of relaxation. It's all about you. No, really, it's all about them. The other person, the coworkers, the family, the friends, the pets, the plants. They need you to be present, right? And so we're kind of looking at that. We can look at it from the different angles, that we've been sacrificing our own sort of well-being for the sake of others. But in a way, the real selfless thing to do is to be present in the moment and to enjoy your loved ones, to be there immersed in that energy, And so I feel that this is you just kind of like rolling on the floor with the dog. This is you dancing around the house and just being silly. This is kind of being spontaneous. This is, and I don't think that this is necessarily one particular moment that you have to sort of schedule and it's like, okay, 7 o'clock, there's going to be a party and then you can go back to work. I feel like this is going to become a more generalized energy. I feel that you're learning a new way to sort of live. I feel like you're becoming more playful. You're becoming more free, still ambitious, still working hard, still climbing that mountain. But I feel that there's sort of a more, more openness, a more sort of diffuse awareness. That we have the ability to just sort of turn it off and relax. Now, these two cards are very different, right? The Devil and the Fool. The Fool is going anywhere and everywhere. The Devil is going one particular place, right? Up the mountain. It's very ambitious, very dedicated, it's a driving force, a creative driving force. The Fool doesn't really have a driving force. The Fool is just kind of a feather on the wind, And I think we need a little bit of that. To go with our intense ambition, we need a little bit of the Fool. Now, the Eight of Cups in the position of the environment, I feel like your relationships do need this energy, right? We're saying that the people around you, they need you. Yeah, and you need them. The Eight of Cups is kind of saying that, look, things are not perfect in paradise. Things are sort of strained. Relationships are strained. Your relationship with yourself and with your friends, family, coworkers is strained. Okay? What we want is to strengthen these relationships. We want to feel joy. We want to experience pleasure and love and connection and intimacy and the bonds we have with our people. This is why you're doing it. This is why you're working so hard in life, is to have better relationships. So now it's time to really, do that, make them better. And so this is kind of, this is in some ways putting our money where our mouth is, right? Because this card's, it's talking about your relationships and how you're relating to people. I feel that there is a, with the Eight of Cups, there's sort of an unhappiness. There's sort of a lack of pleasure, let's say, right? And I think that's why this is the card that's right here and saying you need this and you need to be fully present in this. And that's going to make all your relationships better. That's going to make your relationship with yourself better. Your relationship with your pets, your plants, your people, the world at large. Your relationship with the other. There's self and there's not self. That relationship is going to improve. Your relationship with God, Goddess, deity, your true self, higher self, guardian angel, spirit guides, ancestors, right? Those relationships are going to improve. In other words, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel more happiness. And that's kind of what we're in need of here. The Nine of Cups is in this position of the obstacle, the difficulty, it's sort of the fear. And the fear is that we're going to do all of this work up here, because this is kind of what's hanging over our head, this devil energy. You have a lot of responsibility. There's a lot you're trying to achieve. Maybe you have a 5 or 10 or 20-year plan for your family, finances or for retirement or for all these goals you have, and it's just like, it's pressure, man. It's a lot of weight on your shoulders. Okay? And the fear is that we're never going to be happy, that we're going to be doing this forever, and we will always have an 8 of Cups. We'll never have the 9 of Cups, but you're saying, well, that's fine because I'm doing it because I love my family or the people or whatever it is, right? The other. I'm doing it because I love the other. That's why I'm willing to sacrifice my relationship with the other, because I care about the other, and that's why I'm kind of busting my back here. And the fear is that we're never going to experience that happiness. Okay, what the outcome that you want, the future that you want is this. You want that bond, you want that connection, you want that love, right? But the reality is that we've been spending a lot of time focusing on doing the work, but not feeling the love. We're doing it because of love, but let's have that. Let's allow that energy to really flow through. You know what I mean? And so our 9 of Cups is that happiness that we're sort of afraid we're never really going to truly feel. There is a certain happiness that is felt in knowing that you're doing the right thing to support your people. In whatever way, if we're talking about some kind of work or some kind of efforts or your goal, your ambitions, or whatever you're doing, right? You're doing it for your people, for the other, right? And there is a sense of satisfaction in that. But in terms of your actual sort of daily experience with the other, with your people, I think we're afraid we're never going to feel like you're going to feel truly happy, right? Because there's just not enough time, right? What we see next, the final outcome here of all of this, is a Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen is a few things. It's a maturing of the princess, obviously, right? Princess grown up, now be the Queen. The Queen is also the watery aspect of the fire, water of fire, right? Queen of Wands, water, fire. So, in essence, we have now someone who is this, is the embodiment of this, right? Someone who can be in the moment and be fully present in that love, in that embrace, in that moment, in that sort of infinite moment that passes by all too quickly, where we can just be immersed in that love, right? So this sort of embodies that water and fire. Yeah. And this is also somebody that can look at the past. All the queens are sort of trying to understand history, right? Trying to understand history. So I think you're looking back. This is sort of you tomorrow, right? Looking back at this situation and seeing where our energy was best placed. And that's really a difficult kind of subject to talk about, right? Because if we're old, right? Let's say we're down the road, 100 years from now, we're looking back at our life. Are we going to say, gosh, you know what? I really wish I would have worked harder. I wish I would have spent more time at the office. I wish I would have devoted more hours to my craft and to my work. And, I wish I would have accomplished more and acquired more and achieved more goals. Or are we going to say, I wish I would have loved more. I wish I would have spent more time with family. I wish I would have really been present in those moments, with my loved ones. And I wish I would have had a better relationship with my pets, my plants, my people. And so we're sort of looking at life and we're asking ourselves, am I making the right choices? Yeah. Am I devoting my time in the right way? And I think that this is really this is the most challenging card. Because we want to work harder. We want to accomplish more. I wish I could have provided more for my family. I wish I could have given them the life that I really wished for them. By the time I'm so old I can't work anymore, I wish I would have worked harder, But at the same time, I wish I would have spent more quality time with my people, and had more of these moments and more memories and built more memories. Sometimes the Six of Cups is a card of those fond memories. Yeah. So this is really us making memories. Now, the question becomes, when you have your weekends or your days off and you're spending time with your friends or your loved ones, your pets, your plants, your people, do you remember those times? Or do they go by so fast that we don't really form those memories? If we're not fully present and emotionally engaged, we're not going to have a memory of that. And honestly, I talked to my wife about this. We have a daughter, she's 4. And when she was first born, our lives were so hectic and crazy, right? That a lot of the first year of her life is now currently a blur to me. I was fully present, but it was going by so fast that I was kind of in this mode of just trying to get everything done, trying to do what needed to be done and be responsible, and just trying to work hard and make things happen. And, I do have that regret where I wish I would have slowed down more and been immersed in those moments and formed those moments, formed those memories. By being fully engaged and being fully present and not having to think of the million other things that I had to do that day, right? Now, I did that, but it's always I wish I would have done that more. I wish I didn't have to work at all and that I could just spend every moment of every day fully immersed in those relationships with my wife and our daughter, It's not practical, though. Everyone has to work at something, do something, So this is really the most difficult card of the tarot because we're looking at our history and thinking, did I put my energy into the right things? Okay. And Spirit's just trying to call your awareness to this. That's all. Let's look at our mystery card. Mystery card, I want a 6 of Cups. I want a 9 of Cups. I want to see the relationships. I want a 2 of Cups. I want the Lover's card again. Anything like that. Let's see what we have. A 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles, I think, is good because it shows a beauty and it shows a balance. It shows a successful balance of life, right? So it doesn't really say that we're all the way just working or we're all the way focused on those quality relationships. It's we found a nice balance between. We're able to devote the proper amount of energy to everything. Okay. And yes, maybe this requires a little bit of augmenting some of the things. Maybe it's not so much slowing down at work, but it's really slowing down at home, being more present when we are in those moments at home. Maybe learning how to switch from one mode to the other. Learning how to come down out of this devil energy and just be fully present here. And then Monday morning, okay, right back at it. So we're not losing any momentum here, but we're also not losing any opportunities to form these wonderful memories here. And I think we will find our true happiness. We will find that balance. And we will live a successful life that's full and rich and meaningful and full of love. Now, we're going to do an extended reading. We'll do a hexagram from the Jing. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Taurus Monday and Friday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.